welcome to the second episode of Listen Y'all. I told you a couple of days ago I had some very big exciting news to share with y'all later this week, and here I am. I'm standing inside of our very first property that we're going to close on next week, and I'm so excited. So I want to show you guys around and let you know what we're going to be doing with this property. So this is a property that was actually damaged during Hurricane Michael last October, and the people that had bought it had actually bought it before the storm in January of last year, and they had already gutted this thing. They were already working on it, and then the storm hit and they just got busy doing other things, and they just kind of, lost their passion and love for it. And so they were just ready to move on. And so we just happened to show up at a really good time, and it was just it worked out well for everybody. So let me show you guys around the house. So this is the living room, and then we've got like the kitchen over here. And the cool thing about this house is it still has the original oak hardwood floors, and we're going to be able to salvage most of those, we hope. So very, very excited about that. So I'm like kind of walking through the living room right now, and this is going to be the dining room. So this is kind of a smaller home. This home was actually built in the 1940s, which is really cool. So it's like one of the original homes for this neighborhood that we live in. And so really where that wall is right behind me there was where the house originally ended. And so there was an expansion put on there, and I'm going to show you guys around back there. So one of the very cool things with this house is this chimney. And up there you can see this plate. I wish I knew how to zoom in. I wonder if I can. I don't know. I'm still learning how to use this thing. Anyways, y'all don't judge me. Anyway, so there's this plate up here, and this one is in pristine condition. And so I really, really, really want to try to do something with that. So if anybody knows how to do anything with old, cool wood stove, burner, painted plates, let me know. So then around here, you can see one of the other plates, and this thing is so cool. Like, you can see this little house on the hill, and there's another little house. I mean, this one's not as in great condition, but it's still so cool. I mean, what a historical piece. So we definitely want to maintain as much as we can of this little gem in the middle of this house. So I'm standing right now in the first bedroom, and my plan for this wall here to be able to keep this and expose this is I'm going to drywall around in each side of here, and I'm going to put in painted white shelves and make this whole thing kind of a little bookshelf. I cannot wait to see it done. So this is the second bedroom. It's a little bit bigger than the other. And again, remember, this is a house from the 40s. Like, they didn't need much back then, so these bedrooms were a little bit small, but this closet's actually a pretty decent size, so I'm really happy with that. This is one of the ones that they had added on to. Oh, sorry. I thought there was a bug on me. Y'all know these bugs be trying to get me. It's just a piece of my hair. Woo. So before, the master bedroom was like this big. That's it. That's all Mama and Daddy got back in the day, but now they get a much bigger bedroom. So this is the master bedroom, and it's actually a pretty decent size, so I'm really excited about it. I think it's going to be a great suite for somebody. So, I was going to show y'all too. So it's like all the can lights and everything like in here, it's all new. All the wiring is done. So awesome. All new duct work. I mean, everything in this house is ready to go, except for back here. This is where we got the major, major damage. So like you can see up here, the holes in the ceiling, roof rather. Don't have no ceiling yet. But up here you can see the holes in the roof. And then down here, like the wall that you're looking at directly there, that's going to have to come out. Some of these floors got pretty darn wet from the holes in the roof. So there was a tarp on it, but they don't last forever. So anyway, so we're going to get these floors in here replaced, walls knocked out, and this thing will be ready to put back together again, and somebody can come and live here. It's going to be so exciting. So I wanted to show you guys too, like a house this next door. This is like what we're dealing with, okay? So this house has a tree laying through the middle of it, you know? This is just a prime example. Like this is what we're seeing all over the cove here. There are hundreds of homes like that. And so it's going to take a really long time. And so this has to start with somebody. So why not, you know, me jump in there and be one of those people. All right, so let me walk you guys out to the backyard here. Oh, I gotta unlock it. All right, so I'm gonna walk you guys out to the backyard here. So the extra special thing that comes with this house is this 2-car garage / apartment on top. Now, I know what you're thinking. It doesn't look like much because the roof is kind of sort of caved in, and you can see like all the, what's that stuff called? Insulation that's up there hanging down. So this thing is going to have to be totally torn down. But the great thing is we're going to go back in and rebuild it. So it's going to be a brand new property. So really what our plans for this property are is we're going to redo this house, get it done. We're going to tear this thing down simultaneously and rebuild it basically, you know, with the same kind of idea. 2-car garage underneath, apartment on top. And so this one property is going to bring 2 rental properties to 2 different families or 2 different people in our community that need somewhere to live. And so that's the greatest thing that we really loved about this property and why we really thought that this would be a great first property for us, because it's kind of 2 birds with 1 stone. So one of the greatest things about this house is that whenever they had gutted it and started redoing this house before the storm hit, they had already finished all the electrical work, all the plumbing. Like, look at this. We've got like a brand new electrical panel here that's just ready to go. So this was a really cool find for us, and there's a level of certainty, if you will, in looking at this house because it's already gutted. We can already see through the entire house. We can see what we're dealing with. We already know we're going to have to take a couple of the back walls out in the bathroom and where the closet's going to be and that kind of thing. We're going to have to take up some of the wet floors, but we already know that. And so we can put that into the budgeting that we're doing, and it's just a known for us. So that's a really cool thing about buying a house that's already gutted like this. So here is the property as a whole. So this lot line is actually 100 feet wide. So it goes about 7 feet to the left of that house and then about 10 feet to the right of this one. So this will be that main house, and then this will be the other house that we'll rebuild there with a 2-car garage and the apartment up top. So when we're looking at a lot of these hurricane damaged properties from Hurricane Michael, like the ones that are not already gutted are big what ifs. Like, you have no idea what could be hiding behind those walls. And a lot of these homes, if they still have drywall in them, they have not been touched yet, and there's black mold everywhere in there, and they are soaking wet, and then you're really buying a true mystery. And so that's really scary. And I'm not saying we're not going to buy some of those properties, because we probably will, but this is a really cool house because we already know what we're dealing with. Another cool thing too that they had done, they had already replaced all of the windows. So this is actually one of the old original windows to the property, but they've replaced all the other windows with that one, and they're already here. So they're just waiting for us to put them in. So again, this is just a really cool find. That kind of scared me a little bit. So if you can't wait to see the next part of the adventure as we close on this property, get the roof put on, that'll be step 1. And don't miss demo day, because that's going to be absolutely epic. Make sure you subscribe to listen, y'all. I cannot wait to see y'all next week for the closing. Bye.